Guys, welcome back. How are you doing? Did you enjoy the last SDHOs? We covered subtractive synthesis, FM synthesis, then we got into the wavetable synthesis and explored that one, which was, not just wavetable, but granular synthesis, sample synthesis. They're very similar, so I felt it was more appropriate to group them. Because I like to break things down into their smallest components. I want things to be efficient, and when I really thought about it, I was like, you got that subtractive, you got that FM, you got wavetable, which everyone knows, and then the other ones that are similar to it. And then you got physical modeling synthesis. And what other synthesis methods would there be? I guess you could say additive synthesis, which I think is like the first synthesis, and it was done with like pipe organs back in the day, where you just add sine waves at different parts, kind of like what we were doing with operator, when we went into this user wave, and then we were like, wow, how did that just randomly, you know what I mean? Like, you're like adding things in, but like there isn't like a way to like modulate these as it plays, like these little guys. So, yeah, I mean, you could say, well, you didn't do additive, although we kind of did, because we were going in there with the operator and doing that stuff. So yeah, so you got your subtractive synthesis, which you would do in the analog, and yeah, using that filter to sculpt the harmonics. And then we went to FM synthesis, which FM, operator is Ableton's FM synth. We've been working with that, doing all of that up on here. And then, of course, the last one we did, the wavetable, and doing all of that really cool stuff. And then in that episode, we went into the Max for Live and used arguably the best Max for Live device, Granulator, which does a very similar thing. And, yeah, very fun. And today we're going to conclude this little going around the wheel, going around the loop, closing it all out with physical modeling synthesis. In Ableton, you got...
I just want to say I went over to Gemini's NFT page over on OpenSea, and I just want to say that I bought a few of these NFTs to support this young man you may not know. In addition to loving his Ableton, he is also a 3D computer graphics artist. Yeah, that's all the thumbnails made by that wonderful Gemini guy. Although he doesn't actually refer to himself as Gemini, but you should go over there and help this man out. It is verifiable, so if you want to own SDHO 59, it will say you own a blockchain, have that, because you have that NFT and a lot of other goodies, as you will see. Follow me, let's go to the SDHO show. Wonderful.
Collision. You've got tension, and you got the electric. Now, these are different, okay? Very different. So like collision right here, physical modeling synthesis. I guess you could say that physical modeling synthesis is, oh God, I don't want to say the most modern form of synthesis, although I think it is, meaning it's just like newer than some of the other ones. And basically it says, let's use math and physics, which isn't that like the same thing, because like, obviously you have to do math and physics, but like meaning like you're doing calculations based on physical properties to give a certain result, which is to hypothetically, acoustically model a percussion instrument in the case of collision. So like you have a mallet, and this mallet might have properties, stiffness, noise, color, volume, and then it hits a resonator, which might be a beam, a marimba, a plate, a pipe, a tube, and when you do that, it's under the hood doing all the calculations to say if you hit this plate, and it has a decay of this long in the material, and it calculates all those things, and it seeks to, mimic a real percussion instrument. And when you think about like mallet percussion, which is what Collision is really trying to do, and if you think like mallet, like like those marimbas and glockenspiels, there's a lot of different percussion where you have like a stick, like some sort of, they got those little like felt balls and other things, and you like hit a thing, and then it like resonate. The thing you hit resonates. That's what it's seeking to do. So like they wouldn't, if you really wanted like, if you really wanted like mallet percussion, you wouldn't like throw down your favorite subtractive synthesizer or FM synthesizer or wavetable synthesizer. You wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? You would probably want something a little bit closer, which would maybe lead you to get like a, multi-sampled instrument, like, some sort of sampler that we have in Ableton. And like you will find that in the packs, in fact, in case you were curious, you went to packs and you went to, where is it? Do I have it? Orchestral mallets. They're going to be, they're going to have multi-sampled instruments, right? Ooh, wonderful, wonderful. And you could drag it up onto. It is a sampler. Someone was actually hitting a marimba. Yeah. But what if you wanted it a bit more synthier, dare I say? What if you wanted it like, what if I want to make that thing sound all weird and stuff? What if I want to make the mallet that hits it extra hard? And what if I want there to be a lot of extra noise in that hit? And what if I want it to instead be hitting like a marimba beam? I want it to hit like a membrane or a plate or a tube or a pipe, as we will see with the Collision. And then you've got tension to pivot here, which is like simulating a stringed instrument that you would either pluck with a pick, which plectrum is called pick, or you would hit it with a hammer. Hammer, don't think of like an actual hammer. Like think of a hammer that would be if you would like lift up a piano, you know what I mean? And so like playing that, there's like a bow, and then you've got the electric, which is modeling an electric piano. And, to be honest with you, if you don't know where to start, look at all of these in terms of the sections. And also when you click different sections, look at these displays and how they might change. Think about it more in like sections versus thinking about it in like, trying to conceptualize it in like, how is it similar to like subtractive synthesis or FM synthesis? No, like this is kind of different. Like it's almost like there's sections. The sections do certain things. For instance, with the Collision, you've got this like striker section over here, like the mallet and noise if you want noise, and then hits one or up to resonators. Probably you're just going to have resonator 1 on. You could get extra deep into if you had resonator 2, what sort of resonator would you have? And so let's start going on to all of these, see if we can make some cool sounds, see if we can learn some things. We're coming back around the wheel, coming back around the cycle, going over all the synthesis methods, getting better and better and better, and getting better at everything. Have you guys been having fun? Have you been enjoying being on this journey with me? I've been doing this. It'll be 11 years in March of 24, which right now we're at the end of October of 23 when I'm recording this. And I'm always coming full circle to things. And because I've been making these videos for you guys, I don't know if you've been watching over the past couple of videos. Yes, of course you were. I think I'm starting to have more fun, which sounds sad and sounds wonderful and beautiful at the same time. I think perhaps maybe I deviated away from making music in Ableton because, for a few reasons. When I say deviating away from making music with Ableton, and I know this is like a common thing, and sorry for the sidebar, guys, but like maybe like these sentiments might resonate with some of you. But like to finish a song that you created from scratch, like look at this Ableton project right here, nothing's here basically. Like it takes a lot of time and so much effort, and it's wonderful because you have unlimited time, unlimited resources. You know, some of you've got a full version of Ableton Live Suite to just make this amazing thing, but it can take so long. And, you know, I'm at this stage of my like music production career, like it's not about like output. It's not about like creating a product and selling it. It's more about like learning, enjoying, being excited about things. And yeah, I wanted to be able to sit down and like have fun, basically. And if any sort of cool stuff emerged, then I would save it and work on it in the future and then release it. But I noticed that, like for some reason it seemed like the techie side and the creative side just weren't merging. And now that I've been doing a lot of these, and I'll make cool sounds and then throw on drums and then do other things and then start improvising and soloing on top of things, I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm actually starting to really like and love this again. And maybe you guys are noticing that like more things are going on. We're not just like designing sounds and synthesis, and we've been doing a very damn good job at that, haven't we? Learning so much about Ableton, all the area, becoming everything, man. Like I don't even do like automation and grooves and drum beats and velocities, but now I am, because like I want to show you guys everything. But now because I'm doing these areas that I wasn't doing so much, now like as you can see in the past few ones where we've been doing all the jamming out and stuff, like that's what I always wanted to do. So like maybe things have to pass, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe, you know, you gotta just like evolve, and maybe you gotta just allow things to emerge and realize that you're always transforming. And that's quite common with the season we're in right now, Scorpio season, from what, like October 23rd to like November 21st, 22nd. It's a lot of like transformative death rebirth energy, and I'm feeling this here. I'm feeling pretty good. So let's get into the collision. How have you been doing? How have you been going? How have you been flowing? How was your day? How was your week? Tell me a little bit about it. I will listen and give you really good feedback. Let me hear some of that shit. Your shower is not getting hot enough? Really? So are you not hot in your shower? You're cold? Sometimes not. Oh my God, that's horrible. You gotta be warm in your shower. You found out that like the majority of showers have like a limiter or governor that tells you how hot or cold it can go, and there's a little stupid plastic thing, and that's why you haven't been taking hot showers, and you figured it out on your own, and you had someone fix it, and now you can take hot showers again. Good for you, dude. Wow, that's weird. That's bullocks. That's just fucking weird, man. I'm glad you figured that out. I'm glad you persevered. Yeah, dude, showers are important. Like, you know, water, by the way, Scorpio, that's a water sign. Water relates to the emotions. So emotions will be extra tense. But like water is very cleansing. Water is very therapeutic. Very nice. And you get like an energy refresh. So that's pretty cool. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's hit a note. Not wonderful. Put on noise. I want some extra noise. Might have to turn up to hear it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Turn down the tune. So let's play around with this mallet area. Just playing the laptop keys because I gotta do it. Yeah, I'll be honest, I never thought I would be like playing the laptop keys, but like what's great is for me, I'm able to play them, play notes, trigger MIDI notes while I tweak the synth in real time, something that I have not been able to do. If I had like my MIDI keyboard here, I guess in theory I could be like playing notes and then also tweaking, but for whatever reason, like I need to be like looking at the computer screen, so it's pretty convenient for me. You know, with these physical modeling synthesizers, I think like some of the best advice I can give you is to just not get intimidated by it. Maybe apply that to other areas of life. Just don't get intimidated with shit. Some of you are probably saying, hey mate, I don't get intimidated by nothing. Okay, congratulations. You're very strong-willed and strong-minded like that. But there's a lot of other people who have an equal amount of powerfulness that you just displayed when you said that, but you can contract down when you're feeling intense, you know, whether there's a lot of like fear stuff going on in the Matrix. By the way, have you escaped the Matrix? And so, essentially, you want to make sure that, you know, even if there are things that could be worrying you, to not let that contract you down, you know what I mean? Allow yourself to be open, because even if you are kind of like nervous and stuff, as long as you're like open to receive, as it were, some amazing energies can enter your life, help you break out of, wow, we're totally getting into the Scorpio energies. You know what I'm saying? Like the Phoenix has to rise, it goes up. Think about it like a Bitcoin or Ethereum going up. It'll then crash down, you know what I mean, under pressure, cell pressure. It'll then get revived, find a new ground, a new average, a new median, and then eventually go back up. By the way, smash it up. If you're watching it, smash it up. So yeah, man, let's get into some of these sounds right up on here. So we basically have a striker section, a resonator section, and that's basically it. Don't complicate it. Let's get into some of these sounds. sounds really good. You want to know why it sounds really good? It sounds real because it's got this resonator on there. You know what I mean? And like when something resonates, it gives like the vibe of like being in an acoustical, 3D acoustical space. So it sounds like real. It's almost like it has its own like reverb on it, and it has like a good real sound. So that's why these things can like give a bit of a feeling of more of a little bit of an organicness. I love it, I love it, I love it. So you could come into the collision, click on the bar, go to Command R or possibly Control R if you're on a PC, and you can name it something. I want to call it Gong Tong Bong. Well, and then click the floppy disk. It is the international sign for the save, even though we haven't used the floppy disk in forever. And then you click it, and then you go, you click return, and now, well, you've got a preset. Okay, cool. Goodbye. All right, now let's go back into the instruments, and let's go to the tension. And here's the tension. Now, remember when I was telling you guys it's kind of about the groups? Well, look, we've got this exciter section. We've got this damper section. We've got this termination section. We've got this body section. We've got string. We've got vibrato. And so, my friends, what you want to be doing with that, what you want to be thinking about that is, well, first of all, break it down into the sections, okay? And then see how relevant the sections are. I'm not going to screw around with damper. See how I click this? Not going to screw around with it. Termination? Not going to screw with it. Why? Because it all boils down to the key topic of this show, which is sound design. And damper and termination, I've never found to be useful for me when I do sound design intention. You should experiment with it, as I have. When I make sounds in any synth, I want them to be able to ring as long as possible, to sustain as long as possible, because I like sounds that like I hit play and I want them to ring. Because I like ambient music, I like sounds that just ring forever. So I'm not trying to make like some sort of like, but if you're trying to make like a, you know what I mean? So you're like, you're really working on like the attack portion of the sound. That's when damper and termination are going to come more into play. For the most part that I found, if this wasn't even on, you wouldn't hear anything. But this, the pickup, the body, that really gives me what I want. I've not gotten any sort of benefit from damper or termination, so I don't really play with them. Sometimes I do, just to make sure, just to test that thesis, but I'm not doing that. And if you guys want to, you can. There's also this filter global tab. The filter can really do some amazing things after you dial up a really good sound you like. From what I found in this exciter thing, you're pretty much going to be screwing around with plectrum or hammer, nothing else, pretty much. Hammer bouncing, whatever. Bow can make the thing go insane and have these crazy volume spikes. It seems buggy and weird to me. I don't screw with it. I don't care about it. But plectrum, hammer, very similar. And then I adjust the body, which you won't hear body unless you throw up some decay. This pickup is basically if you were to slap like an electrical pickup, like on an electric guitar to it. And then this string section is very important down here. And if you really want to make it ring, I think you take the ratio down to like 1. Wonderful. Okay, now crank it up will be a lot shorter. Wonderful, wonderful. And you hear those resonators. Sounds real, right? Because it's physical model and synthesis, you dummy. You already knew about that. Hey, smash a like, Tell me, what is your favorite physical modeling synthesizer in Ableton? You might say, hey mate, you've been doing all of that collision and that tension, but you know, the electric is very good because it reminds me of the electric piano. It's like me own customizable electric piano. Don't sleep on the presets. It's a good place to get set because you might say, hey, we're gonna go into tension. Oh boy, it would be nice if I could find something that, yeah, and you can do like mallets. You could do piano and keys, and then you can adjust the things, and then learn more about the physical modeling synth. So basically, just don't get intimidated by it. Don't get intimidated by anything in life, as I was saying earlier, because that will just close you down, contract you down, get out of your comfort zone. Have you been getting out of your comfort zone? Sometimes it's great to get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes it's good to just take a nap for about 2 days. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been there? Do you listen to yourself, or do you listen to someone else who tells you what to think? Do you listen to other governing bodies, institutions that tell you what to think and what to do? Or have you risen above and escaped the matrix? And are you doing well? And hopefully you are not indie hell. And if you are, think about that Scorpio energy. You have to die to be reborn. Yes, you know. Smash a like, love yourself. Hope you was doing good. I want some audio effects. Go to ZLE. Command Shift T, Control Shift T if you are on a PC. Please turn off the video and smash a like on something different if you are an NPC. Smash a like and subscribe to yourself if you hadn't ever played on an actual NPC. You already know some of that J Dilla stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know what's going and flowing. Let's go over around to the instruments and drop in electric. It's gonna sound like an electric piano. It's probably the most non-interesting one, but we're gonna do it because we can't finish the video unless we do. Oh, give me some more decay, you dirty oxen. Oh god, give me more decay. How dare you? Let's go to hammer. Where's the decay? Give me more decay. No, give me more decay or I'll get very mad at you. This Chaos Lady is coming back. The Chaos Lady has been gone for a very long time. And I'm coming back with the vengeance. You can't get rid of me. I am the energy demon, and the Chaos Lady always prevails because I go crazier than anyone. I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to entertain you guys. Yeah, just like play around. This is the hammer, you know, the hammer has to hit something, right? Then you got the fork. I mean, if it seems like I'm just indiscriminately, just scrolling around, you're right. You're darn right, because you'll do a lot more of that in this physical modeling synthesis. I don't know what it's going to sound like when I move this button. I don't know. But you play and you move. You play and you move. You play and you move. You move and you groove. You know what I'm saying? You's moving around like you was in a boxing ring, right? You ain't trying to necessarily just knock someone's head off. You're trying to not get hit. You're trying to move. You're trying to move. The goal isn't to just hit someone in the head, man. It's to get out of the way so no one can hit you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and yeah, it's cool. So maybe you might want to go into the audio effects. And you might want to drop the reverb. A little bit too punchy. Let's type a different type of pickup. Ooh, wow, it's a little bit too intense for me. Yeah, I'm done with that. So whatever. And then we go back into the tension. Réécoute. You wanna know what's ringing so long in tension? Because I got this ratio down here. Yeah, so you can have a lot of fun. I'm not going to keep moving and grooving with them because, to be perfectly honest, yeah, get that back in here. It's relaxing music, you know what I'm saying? White noise is amazing, by the way. Let's turn off the fizia. Sounds better with it, doesn't it? Turn on the flangia. Not too bad. Go to the double. Sounds kind of cool, I guess. Maybe put down the amount a little bit. So yeah, that's physical modeling synthesis. I hope it was fun hanging out, jamming along. I don't know what we're gonna do next on the show. I think we're just gonna have fun, and I think we're gonna focus on just jamming and creating things. I think that's where we need to go. I think that's where we need to go next. Well, we've already been kind of going there. You know, we didn't like do it today or, you know, the last one, but like the other 2 or 3, getting good patterns. I mean, we've been coming up with like, I mean, like, that sounds beautiful, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This might sound interesting. Could be wrong, but I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna like chill, have a good time, and you know, make like a really good, amazing sound, then throw on beats, then like you know, play on top of it and do cool things, and yeah, just have fun, because I think at the end of the day, we want to just like feel good. Oh no, what is he doing? I think at the end of the day, I think we just want to like feel good and have fun. You know, I had to like consider that at one point. I was like, you know, I've had a lot of different like resurrections. Again, with the Scorpio energy. I'm feeling it, man. You know, you feel these planetary transits the most when they change from one side to another, and you feel them the most like when it happens. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this like transformational energy leads you to a better place, but like while it's happening, it doesn't seem so straightforward. It seems like you know, chaos. You know, you're like, you don't know what's happening. He's going mental. And that's okay, you know. Sometimes there needs to be a bit of a disequilibrium. Is that even like a word? Did I just make up a word? You know, sometimes there needs to be like a disequilibrium to bring you back into balance, bring you back into equilibrium. Have you been enjoying all of these? I am not doing these for my health. I'm not doing these because I need to just come up with ideas to make new SDHOs, even though I do. But I basically wait for excitement to hit, and then when excitement hits, I then make it. So then I'm excited, I'm engaged. That's why a lot of you guys are probably understanding and seeing out in the world that like things seem like fakes, things seem like there's no substance to it, because you know, these governing bodies that are putting together these machinations, whatever, they seem fake because like they're not there to like be a really good thing for humans' sake. They're there to basically like generate economic force and income. That's why like movies are all bad. That's why music is so horrible unless you like just know someone who's awesome who makes good music. I think we're taking back the world, to be honest with you. Taking it back from these like large governing institutional bodies, these large industries, these large governing bodies. We're going from centralization to decentralization. You probably heard decentralization a lot when it comes to the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You know, you should probably learn about it. And, you know, I really think there's a lot of like positive, again, going back to the damn Scorpio energy, geez, it's really kicking and flicking, slicking. In fact, right now on the October 24th, we've got Mercury in Scorpio, the Sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio. It's going crazy. I think it's called a stimulant or something, or, shit, I don't even really know. Simulant phase? I have no idea. One thing I will say is that Amidst all of the chaos, confusion, uncertainty, as the world does its best to keep up with the display, does its best to keep up with the machination of this drama production display that it's been force feeding and viewing us for decades, forever. We're about to take the planet back. We're about to take the power back. No, I don't want your fiat currency that you debase every year when you issue new bonds and print new monies, you central banks with your interest rate policies. I know what the hell's going on. The rest of the planet knows now what's going on. We're in connection. We're in communication with one another. We're sharing the actual truth with one another. People are waking up. People are asking questions. People want answers. People want a better life. People want more information. People want more freedom and liberty. People want to live their best life for them and their family. People want a currency that can't be devalued by a couple of little tiny men, women that want to change it on ya to benefit their own gains. And this is ridiculous. We are about to go into the next phase of expression of human consciousness. You said, hey mate, I'm scared, I don't know what's going on. And I said, let's bring it back to that Scorpio energy, the phoenix rising. Sometimes it has to crumble until it can be brought up from the ground. Let's not just get brought up from the ground. Let's go even higher. Let's start ascending. Let's start flying. Let's go from the caterpillar up into the butterfly. Let's go even farther beyond the butterfly. Let's become everything. Let's become the universe. That's what we came from. We came from everything. We came from oneness. Right now we're in a step down consciousness. We's going hard. We's going higher. We's going harder. And we is about to break free from this dumbass matrix. You already know. Stick down. Stay with the flow. Have fun. If things are getting too intense, plug out and just have some fun with your Ableton. Have fun with your video editor. By the way, if you don't have a video editor, you should, because if you're making music, you want to post that music and you want to have an image, you want to have you want to have audio, your music with it. So learn DaVinci Resolve. That is free. You don't even have to spend any money. And then get into some of that Blender, some of that 3D computer graphics rendering art applications, which I can teach you as well. And start expressing yourself. Start getting in touch with the indwelling divinity of your spirit that permeates you, that permeates all of us. We are all brothers and sisters on this planet. Let's start acting like it. Let's start building each other up. And yes, count your blessings, feel that gratitude, and if you can't feel it, don't be hard on yourself. You are probably purging out the lower energetic consciousness frequencies. Be easy on yourself. Be easy to one another. Don't go hard. Don't stress. Don't be in detention. Let it drip away from you and have a good day. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you today. I hope this all recorded. I hope you all feeling good. I hope you all have the energy to get through another week, another month. We've got the golden age coming up. It's about to be here soon. It's already here soon. Can you rise your frequency, your vibration to catch it, to catch that fire, to live in that state, to live in the new golden age? The outer world is only a depiction of your inner world. Can you ascend to the next level and experience your true divinity? You're worthy of it.